Welcome back. In the previous video, we learned to demand AWS infrastructure, use it, and finally terminate it. However, using AWS Cloud and its services may be an expensive affair. The moment you start using AWS services, your worries about the cost of using it will start mounting up. In this video, I'll help you to learn some basics of managing and controlling your AWS cost. So, let's start. AWS is committed to helping developers learn the technology. As part of this commitment, they offer some AWS services free of charge within certain usage limits. I mean, those services are not free of charge for unlimited usage, but they have generous free usage limits good enough for learning and exploration purposes. AWS calls this the AWS free tier. The AWS free tier is designed to give you hands-on experience with a range of AWS services at no charge. You can find the list of free tier services by visiting the following link. As of date, they have 85 products available under the free tier. These free tier products are further categorized under 3 groups. Some of the products are always free. Many of those are free for 12 months to a new AWS account. The third category is for a free trial. You can scroll down and apply filters to see what is freely available under which category. Let me apply the always free filter. Do you see this? Amazon DynamoDB is always free for limited usage. You can get the details of free tier limits expanding this down arrow. Let me expand it for Amazon DynamoDB. So, DynamoDB is free if you are storing up to 25 GB of data. You will see some additional limits on write capacity and read capacity. Most of the AWS services are charged for read-write operations. But we don't want to get into the details of the read-write capacity at this stage. Just keep that in mind that you must look at the free tier details of the service you want to use and stay under the limits. Now let's quickly look at the 12 months free category. Here it is. So, Amazon EC2 is free for 12 months on a new account. Let's quickly look at the details. So, Amazon Linux, Red Hat and SUSE Linux are free for 750 hours. But you must be using free tier instances such as T2 Micro or T3 Micro. And the free tier instance type is also dependent on the AWS region. Some regions allow you to create T2 Micro under free tier, but others may allow a T3 Micro. Great. The point is straight. AWS offers a bunch of services under the free tier. So, if you are planning to use a service, you must check if it is available under the free tier and take advantage of it. You should also understand the free tier limits and other terms for successfully staying under the free tier limits. Make sense? Great. So we know about the free tier services. I can also find the associated limits and try to use them within limits. But how do I track it? I mean, I created an EC2 instance using the T2 Micro type. I have a new account, so I know EC2 is available to me under the free tier for 750 hours. But how do I know how much I already used? What is the leftover? Can I get an alert of crossing a limit? I also want to use some paid services that are not falling under the free tier. Can I set up a budget and get an alert when I am nearing my estimates or crossing it? Yes, you can. Let me explain. AWS offers you some services under the billing and cost management category for managing your AWS spending. Let me show you. Go to aws.amazon.com and look for AWS cost management under the products menu. Let me click it. Here is the AWS cost management homepage. Go to the services menu. And you will see a bunch of services for managing and optimizing your AWS cost and budget. I'll go into the details of these services at a later stage. But for now, let's learn some necessary basics. Log into the AWS Management Console using the root user. Here is my AWS console. I am logged in as root. Go to the top right corner of the page and select My Account. AWS will take you to the account settings page. You can change your account details such as account name, root account password, contact details, and many other things. Scroll down and you will see a section for IAM user and role access to billing information. Access to the billing and cost management is not allowed to the IAM users. Even if the IAM user is an admin user, they do not have access to the billing information. Only the root user can access the billing and cost management. However, we can change this setting from here. Click this edit link and activate the IAM access. Now your admin users can access the billing information. You can also assign billing module permissions to other users from the IAM module, but you must activate this feature from here. If this feature is not activated, you cannot assign permissions to any other user for the billing and cost management module. Make sense? Great. Now let's log into the AWS console using your IAM user account. Here I am. I want to look at my billing details. So let me go to the billing module. You can find the billing module in all services here. But looks like we have a long list of services. So let me search for the billing module. Start typing in the search bar at the top and click the billing service. Here we are. This one is my cost management console. This page is the home for all your AWS cost management activities, reports, and dashboards. The left side graph shows three things. Your total cost for the last month, your total cost as of date for the current month. It also shows the forecast of your spending for the current month. The forecast is based on your usage trend. Make sense? The right side is a pie chart of the current month's cost. I created a new account for this course and I haven't done many activities yet, so my cost is nil. Scroll down and you will see your free tier service usage report. You can hit the view all button to see a complete list. Here it is. So I used only 3 services from the free tier. The first one is my EC2 VM instance. And this column here shows the MDT usage percentage. The MDT stands for month to date, right? So if I consumed 80% of my free tier quota, this report will show me 80% in this column, right? The point is straight. You can track your free tier usage from here. Let's go back to the billing page. Great. So these two charts will show your total MDT cost, including paid and free tier services. However, if you want to look at your free tier usage percentage, you can scroll down and get the information from here. Make sense? I don't see a cost here for my account. But if you see some cost in this page and want to know more details about it, you can hit the Bill Details button. The bill details can tell you where is the cost coming from, how much are you spending on which service. You can expand the service heads further and get fine-grained details. Let me expand the Elastic Compute Cloud service. So, I created the service in the US East Ohio region. You can get further details. So, I used an EC2 Linux machine and I also used EBS General Purpose SSD storage. The point is straight. Your AWS service usage is measured at the lowest granularity and you can get all the details in your bills. You can visit your billing page as frequently as you want and keep track of your expenses. AWS also allows you to generate many more billing and usage reports. But I don't want to get into those details at this stage. I'll cover them as we progress with the course. Great. So we learned how to get your AWS service usage and billing information. But what about the budget and alerts? Can we set up a budget and get alerts when we are about to cross it? Yes, we can. Let's go to the budget module. Here it is. AWS budget module is a comprehensive module that allows you to set up multiple types of budgets and to the different granularity. I mean, you can set up a separate budget for your EC2 instance and a different one for your EBS service. But we don't want to learn about the budgeting flexibilities at this stage. I simply want to set up an overall budget for my entire account. For example, I want to set up a $20 monthly budget for my AWS account. What does it mean? That means I do not want to spend more than $20 a month for all kind of costs associated with my account. Possible? Yes. Let's do it. Hit the create budget button. AWS allows you to create 4 types of budgets. I'll talk about it later. But for now, we want to create a cost budget. Give a name to your budget. Let me name it AWS Cloud Practitioner Course Budget. I want to set a monthly budget, so the period should be monthly. I also want my budget to review on the first day of every month, so it should be a recurring budget. Set the start month and mark it as a fixed budget. A fixed budget is fixed for every month. Monthly budget planning allows you to set a different amount for every month. Let me fix it to $20. You can set whatever number you want. You can set some additional budget parameters, but I want to include everything. So let me take the default settings that you see here. That's all on the budget. Let's move on to configure the threshold and alert. Great. So I want the threshold based on the actual cost. And I want AWS to send me an alert notification when I cross 75% of my budgeted cost. The AWS budget runs 3 times a day. So every 8 hours, the budget will check for my actual cost over the budgeted cost and send me an alert if I am crossing 75% of my planned spending. You can enter a comma separated list of emails in this box. Let me put one email. Good. Let me confirm it. Now you can go to final review of your budget definition and hit the create button. Done. Your budget is created. Great. So the AWS budget will help you track your AWS spending and send you a notification email if you are crossing your threshold. But remember, the AWS budget is also a paid service. However, you can have 2 free AWS budgets per account. So do not create too many budgets if you do not need them. For learning purpose, one budget for an overall cost spending is good enough to help you manage your cost. AWS services are not too expensive, but if you forget to terminate and clean something which you do not want to keep running, your bills may go up at an unexpected cost. AWS budget can help you in those situations with email notifications. So you can log in back to your AWS billing module and analyze the reports. AWS billing reports can help you identify the root cause of your unexpected cost. If you still have questions about your bill, you can reach out to AWS support for help. Do you see this support link at the top right corner of your AWS console? Click it. And you will go to the AWS support service homepage. Here it is. This is your home for the AWS support center. You can create a new support ticket and the support team will get back to you. If you are done using AWS cloud services and want to close your AWS account, you can visit this link shown here. A root user is allowed to close the AWS account. But make sure you are terminating all your services and cleaning up your AWS account before closing it. Visit and read this document link before closing your AWS account. They have some simple guidelines and procedures for closing your AWS account. I closed one of my old AWS accounts and the process is super simple. You can close your account whenever you want to do it. Great, that's all for this video. See you again. Keep learning and keep growing.